Before I dive in, I want to be clear about something important. Everything I am about to tell you comes from verified government sources. I'm not making up numbers. I'm not promising specific dollar amounts that may or may not arrive in your mailbox. I am giving you the tools, the knowledge, and the specific steps you need to protect your money and get every benefit you have earned. If you are 62 or older right now, listen carefully. Big changes are coming to Social Security, and most people in your age group have no idea these changes even exist. Some of these changes have already happened. Some are happening right now. And some are coming down the road that you need to prepare for today. I am going to show you exactly what those changes are when they start affecting you and what you need to do right now to protect your money. Not next week, not next month, today. This is not political content. This is not opinion. This is what the law actually says, written in plain English that a sixth grader can understand. Because I believe you deserve to know the truth about your money without having to hire a lawyer to translate it for you. Let's get started. The Social Security Fairness Act, a law 50 years in the making. For more than 50 years, a hidden tax was hitting hundreds of thousands of retired public workers across America. Teachers, firefighters, police officers, federal employees, librarians, city workers, and their surviving spouses were getting their Social Security benefits slashed or eliminated entirely because of two rules that most Americans never even heard of. Those rules had strange names. They were called the Windfall Elimination Provision, which is a mouthful, so let us just call it WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, known as GPO. Here is what those rules did to real people. If you worked a job where you did not pay into Social Security, like many state and local government positions, and then you also worked other jobs where you did pay into Social Security, the government would reduce your Social Security benefit. In some cases, they would eliminate it completely. All of it. Zero. The same cruel thing happened to surviving spouses. If your husband or wife passed away and you were receiving their Social Security benefit, but you also had your own government pension, that benefit could be cut to zero. Just like that. The spouse you loved was gone, and suddenly the government said you did not need the money anymore. This was not a small problem affecting a handful of people. According to numbers from the Social Security Administration, roughly 2 million people were affected by these rules in a given year. 2 million hardworking Americans who paid into the system, played by the rules, and then got less than they earned. Sometimes they got nothing. Why did this happen? The official reason was that the government said they did not want people to quote-unquote double dip. They said public workers already had pensions from their government jobs, so they did not need full Social Security benefits on top of that. That was the argument. But here is the problem with that argument. Many public workers did not have large pensions. Many of them earned very little during their careers. Many of them worked second and third jobs in the private sector where they did pay into Social Security. They paid into the system with their own money, and they deserved every penny they earned. For 50 years, advocates fought to change this law. Bills were introduced in Congress again and again. Millions of people signed petitions. Seniors wrote to their representatives year after year. They showed up at town halls. They formed organizations. Nothing happened. The rules stayed on the books, year after year after year. Then, in December 2024, everything changed. Breaking news, the Fairness Act is now law. President Biden signed the Social Security Fairness Act into law on December 19, 2024. This single law eliminated both the Windfall Elimination Provision and the Government Pension Offset effective immediately. Let me say that again because it is huge. The WEP and the GPO are gone, for good. If you or someone you love was affected by these rules, you may now be entitled to the full Social Security benefit you earned. This includes people who were denied benefits entirely in the past. This includes people who had their benefits cut to zero. This includes surviving spouses who lost their benefits after a spouse died. But here is what you need to understand right now, today, this very moment. The Social Security Administration is still processing this change. They are working through millions of records. They are recalculating benefits for people who were wronged by these rules for decades. If you believe you qualify for back payments under this new law, you may need to file a claim or request a recalculation of your benefits. The government is not automatically finding everyone who qualifies. They have millions of cases to review, and you need to make yourself known to them. Do not wait on this. Do not assume someone will find you. Do not assume you will get a letter in the mail. The sooner you make your claim, the sooner you get what you are owed. This is your money. You earned it. Go get it. CTA, hey, if you found this information useful, hit that like button right now. It helps this video reach more seniors who need to know about these changes. Every single like matters. You are helping your neighbors and your community by hitting that button. Understanding your benefits at age 62. Now let me talk about the basics of Social Security for people aged 62 and older, because even people who have been receiving benefits for years often do not fully understand how the system works. They just know money comes in the mail or direct deposit, and they do not ask too many questions. That is a mistake. You need to understand this system. First, what is the earliest age you can start receiving Social Security retirement benefits? The answer is 62. That has been the rule for a long time, and it is not changing. But here is the catch that many people do not realize. If you start receiving benefits at 62, your monthly payment is permanently reduced compared to what you would receive if you waited until your full retirement age. For most people today, that full retirement age is either 66, 67, or somewhere in between, depending on the year you were born. Let me break that down with simple numbers. Say your full benefit at age 67 would be $2,000 per month. If you claim at 62, you might only get $1,500 per month. That is $500 less every single month for the rest of your life. Over 10 years, that is $60,000 you lost. Over 20 years, that is $120,000. This is not a small difference. This is a life-changing amount of money. The reduction is not small. If you claim at 62, you could receive 20 to 30% less per month than someone who waits until full retirement age. That adds up to tens of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. But here is the other side of that coin. Waiting until 67 or 70 means fewer years of receiving money. Some people need that money at 62 because they cannot work anymore due to health problems. Some people need it because they lost their job and cannot find another one. Some people need it because they simply cannot make ends meet. That is a valid choice. The key is knowing the numbers so you can make the best decision for your own situation. The only way to know your exact numbers is to go to the official Social Security website, which I will tell you about in a few minutes. Do not guess. Do not listen to your neighbor who claims to know everything about Social Security. Check your own numbers. Full retirement age, when is it for you? Your full retirement age depends on when you were born. Let me give you the simple breakdown so you know where you stand. If you were born between 1943 and 1954, your full retirement age is 66. If you were born in 1955, your full retirement age is 66 and 2 months. If you were born in 1956, your full retirement age is 66 and 4 months. If you were born in 1957, your full retirement age is 66 and 6 months. If you were born in 1958, your full retirement age is 66 and 8 months. If you were born in 1959, your full retirement age is 66 and 10 months. If you were born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67. This matters because it tells you when you can claim your full benefit without any reduction. If you claim before that age, your benefit goes down. If you wait until after that age, your benefit actually goes up to age 70. That is right. You can actually earn a higher monthly benefit by waiting past your full retirement age. For every month you delay past your full retirement age, up until age 70, your benefit increases by a certain percentage. The exact percentage depends on your birth year, but it can be 8% per year or higher. Some people think they should claim as early as possible because they do not know how long they will live. Others think they should wait as long as possible to get the highest possible check. Both approaches can be reasonable depending on your situation. The key is making an informed decision based on your actual numbers. The cost of living adjustment, what it means for your check. Every year, Social Security benefits are adjusted to keep up with rising prices. This adjustment has a long name. It is called the cost of living adjustment, and you will see it written as COLA in almost every article or video about Social Security. In 2025, Social Security benefits increased by 2.5% due to COLA. This was based on inflation data from the previous year. In 2026, another adjustment is expected, though the exact percentage will depend on inflation data that is still being finalized as of this recording. What does this mean for you in real terms with real dollars? If you are receiving $1,500 per month from Social Security, a 2.5% increase adds $37.50 to your check. That is not a huge amount, but over the course of a year, it adds up to $450 extra in your pocket. If you are receiving $2,000 per month, the increase is $50 per month or $600 per year. If you are receiving $2,500 per month, the increase is $62.50 per month or $750 per year. Some people will tell you that COLA does not cover the real rise in costs, especially for things like healthcare and housing that affect seniors most heavily. That is a fair criticism. The inflation rate that determines COLA is based on a broad basket of goods and services, and your personal spending might rise faster or slower than that average. But the COLA does provide some protection against inflation, and it is better than nothing. Before COLA was implemented in 1975, benefits did not automatically adjust for inflation at all. They stayed flat while prices rose, which meant retirees lost purchasing power every single year. The important thing to understand is that your Social Security benefit is not fixed for life. It changes over time based on these adjustments. If you have not checked your benefits recently, you might be surprised at what you are actually receiving compared to what you started with 5 or 10 years ago. CTA, if you want to stay ahead of these changes, subscribe to this channel right now. I break down important updates like this one every week so you never miss critical information that affects your money. Click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you do not miss a single video. How to check your benefits, the official website. I need to be very clear about this next part because scams targeting seniors are more common than ever. Every single day, fraudsters are calling, emailing, and mailing letters to seniors pretending to be from the Social Security Administration. They say things like you owe money, or your benefits are going to be cut, or you need to verify your Social Security number immediately. None of that is real. The only official website for Social Security is SSA.gov, not SSA.com, not Social Security org, not any other variation. SSA.gov, write it down, put it on your refrigerator, bookmark it on your computer. This is the only website you should ever use for Social Security business. On that website, you can create a personal My Social Security account. This account lets you see your entire Social Security record. It shows you how much you have paid into the system through your work history. It shows you estimates of what your benefits would be if you claim at age 62, age 67, or age 70. It shows you any benefits you are already receiving. It shows you your earnings history, which is important because errors in your earnings record can cause your benefit amount to be calculated incorrectly. If you see missing years or low earnings that do not match what you actually made, you can report that error and get it fixed. If you have not set up this account yet, do it today, right now. After you finish watching this video, go to SSA.gov and set up your account. It takes about 10 minutes. You will need your Social Security number, a valid email address, and a phone number to verify your identity. You will also need to answer some security questions based on your personal credit history. Here is why this matters so much. I hear from viewers every single week who say they had no idea they were eligible for certain benefits. They did not know about spousal benefits. They did not know about survivor benefits. They did not know about benefits for divorced spouses. They left thousands of dollars on the table that they were legally entitled to receive. No one told them. No one sent them a letter. They just did not know. The only way to know for sure what you are entitled to is to look at your own record. No one else is going to do this for you. Not the government, not your employer, not your family. You have to take responsibility for your own benefits. Go to SSA.gov, set up your account, check your benefits. I cannot stress this enough. Spousal benefits, what married couples need to know. Social Security has specific rules for married couples that can be very confusing, but also very valuable if you understand them. If you are married, this section is especially important for you. Here is the basic version. If you are married, you may be able to receive a benefit based on your spouse's work record instead of your own. This is called a spousal benefit, and it can be worth a lot of money. To qualify for a spousal benefit, you must be at least 62 years old, and your spouse must be receiving Social Security benefits. The amount you can receive is up to half of your spouse's full retirement age benefit. Let me give you a real example. Say your spouse earned a high income their whole life and will receive $2,400 per month if they claim at their full retirement age. You, on the other hand, stayed home to raise children or worked in a low-paying job and only earned enough to get a benefit of $800 per month on your own record. If you claim a spousal benefit, you might be able to receive up to half of their $2,400, which is $1,200. That is $500 more per month than your own benefit would give you. Over a year, that is $6,000 more. Over 10 years, that is $60,000 more. But there is a very important detail here. If you take a spousal benefit before your own full retirement age, your benefit is permanently reduced. This is similar to the reduction for claiming your own benefit early. The exact reduction depends on how early you claim, but it can be significant. The best strategy for married couples depends on their specific situation. Some couples find that the higher-earning spouse should delay claiming benefits as long as possible, allowing the lower-earning spouse to claim a spousal benefit early. Other couples find that both should claim early. Some couples find that one spouse claims early while the other waits. Every situation is different, and the optimal strategy depends on your ages, your health, your financial needs, and your goals for retirement. The only way to know the best strategy for you is to use the tools on SSA.gov to compare different scenarios or speak with a qualified benefits counselor. The Social Security Administration offers free counseling through their local offices. You do not have to pay anyone to help you understand your options. Survivor benefits. What happens when a spouse passes away? This is one of the most important and most misunderstood areas of Social Security. When a married person passes away, their spouse may be entitled to survivor benefits. This is money that can make a huge difference in the lives of widows and widowers. If you are 60 or older and your spouse was receiving Social Security benefits, you may be able to switch to their benefit amount. In some cases, this could mean a significantly higher monthly payment than you were receiving on your own work record. The key number here is your age. If you claim survivor benefits before reaching your full retirement age, the amount is reduced. If you wait until full retirement age or later, you receive the full survivor benefit you are entitled to. The reduction for claiming early is permanent, just like with regular retirement benefits. There's also a limit on how much a surviving spouse can receive. Generally, you cannot receive more than the deceased spouse's benefit amount. But in many cases, the survivor benefit is higher than what the surviving spouse was receiving on their own record, which means switching to the survivor benefit is a significant financial upgrade. If you lost a spouse recently, do not make any assumptions about what you are entitled to. Do not assume the government will automatically send you the right amount. Do not assume you are not eligible for anything. Check with the Social Security Administration. Go to SSA.gov or call your local Social Security office. Ask them to explain your options. You may be leaving money on the table if you do not ask. There is also something important called the lump sum death benefit. When a Social Security recipient dies, their surviving spouse or dependent children may be eligible for a one-time payment of $255. This is not a lot of money, but it is something, and you should know about it. CTA, have you checked your spousal or survivor benefits yet? Leave a comment below and let me know if this information was new to you. I read every single comment, and your experience might help someone else in a similar situation. Benefits for divorced spouses. Here is something that surprises many people. You do not have to be currently married to receive Social Security benefits based on your ex-spouse's work record. This is a rule that a lot of people simply do not know about. If you were married for at least 10 years and have been divorced for at least 2 years, you may be eligible for benefits based on your ex-spouse's record. You must be at least 62 years old, and your ex-spouse must be at least 62 years old and receiving Social Security benefits. This is an area where many people miss out on benefits they deserve. They assume that because they are no longer married, they cannot claim on their ex-spouse's record. They figure the divorce means they lost that right. That is not true in most cases. The amount you receive as a divorce. Our said spouse is independent of your ex-spouse's current marital status. They could be remarried, and you would still be entitled to your divorced spouse benefit as long as you meet the other requirements. They could be deceased, and you might be entitled to survivor benefits based on their record. The divorce does not change that. If you are divorced and you have not checked your eligibility for Social Security benefits based on your ex-spouse's record, do it today. This could be worth a significant amount of money to you. The earnings test, working while receiving benefits. Many people continue working after they start receiving Social Security benefits. Maybe they need the income. Maybe they want to stay active. Maybe they just enjoy their job. Whatever the reason, if you plan to work while receiving benefits, there is something very important you need to understand. Social Security has a rule called the earnings test. If you are receiving benefits before your full retirement age and you continue working, your benefits may be temporarily reduced if you earn too much money. For 2025, if you are under full retirement age for the entire year, your benefits are reduced by $1 for every $2 you earn above $23,400. That is the threshold for people under full retirement age. If you reach full retirement age during the year, the threshold is higher at $62,500. Let me give you a concrete example with real numbers. Say you are 62 and receiving Social Security. You also work part-time and earn $30,000 per year. That is $6,600 above the threshold of $23,400. Your benefit would be reduced by $3,300 for the year. That is about $275 less per month in your check. But here is the good news that many people do not know about. Those lost benefits are not gone forever. Once you reach full retirement age, your benefit amount is recalculated to account for the months when it was reduced. Your monthly payment goes up to make up for what you lost. You get it back in the long run. The earnings test only affects people who claim benefits early while still working. If you wait until full retirement age to claim, there is no earnings test at all. You can work as much as you want and earn as much as you want without any reduction in your benefits. Understanding how the earnings test works can help you plan when to claim benefits if you plan to keep working. It might make sense to wait until you reach full retirement age before claiming if you are going to continue earning a significant income. The math works out differently for everyone, so check your own numbers. Medicare and Social Security, how they connect. Social Security and Medicare are closely connected, and this affects your money in ways you might not realize. If you are 62 or older, you are probably thinking about Medicare or already enrolled in it. When you turn 65, you become eligible for Medicare, the federal health insurance program for seniors. This is a big deal because Medicare provides health coverage that would otherwise be extremely expensive on the private market. Most people do not pay a premium for Medicare Part A, which covers hospital stays. That is because they or their spouse paid Medicare taxes while working. But Medicare Part B, which covers doctor visits and outpatient care, does have a monthly premium that is usually deducted from your Social Security check automatically. In 2025, the standard Medicare Part B monthly premium is around $190, though this can be higher depending on your income. Higher income earners pay more through what is called the Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount, which is IRMAA. If your income is above a certain threshold, your Medicare Part B premium goes up. This is based on your income from 2 years ago. The important thing to understand is that your Medicare premiums are automatically deducted from your Social Security benefits. You do not need to write a separate check or set up a separate payment. It comes right out of your check before you see it. But here is something many people do not realize. If you are still working and have health insurance through your employer's plan, you may be able to delay enrolling in Medicare Part B without paying penalties later. This is a complicated area because there are specific windows of time when you can enroll without penalties, and the rules depend on your specific situation with your employer's coverage. When you first become eligible for Medicare, you have a 7-month window to enroll without penalties. This window starts 3 months before the month you turn 65 and ends 3 months after. If you miss this window, you may have to pay permanent late enrollment penalties, and your coverage may be delayed. Make sure you understand your options before that window closes. If you are confused, contact the Social Security Administration or your local state health insurance assistance program, which provides free counseling to Medicare beneficiaries. What happens if you disagree with your benefit amount? Sometimes the Social Security Administration makes a mistake. Sometimes they do not have complete information about your work history. Sometimes their calculation is just plain wrong. If you believe your benefit amount is incorrect, you have the right to appeal their decision. The appeals process has several levels, and you can go through all of them if needed. First level is called a reconsideration. You request a reconsideration, and a different examiner who was not involved in the original decision reviews your case from scratch. They look at all the evidence and make a new decision. If that does not resolve the issue, you can request a hearing before an administrative law judge. This is a more formal process where you can present evidence, call witnesses, and explain why you believe the decision was wrong. The judge is independent and not part of the original decision-making process. After that, there are levels of appeal within the Social Security system itself. There is the Appeals Council, and then there is federal court review. If your case is strong enough, you can eventually get a federal judge to look at it. Appealing a benefits decision can take time, sometimes years. But if you believe you are not receiving what you are entitled to, the process is there for a reason. Do not give up if you think you are right. Before you appeal, make sure you understand why the administration made their decision. Request a copy of your complete Social Security record. Look for errors in your work history. Check for missing credits. In many cases, the problem is simply missing or incorrect information in your file. You might have worked for an employer who failed to report your earnings properly. You might have years missing from your record. These are fixable problems, and fixing them can increase your benefits significantly. New rules for 2026 and beyond. Let me look ahead now, because changes are coming that will affect people who are currently receiving benefits or will start receiving them soon. The Social Security Fairness Act, which I mentioned earlier, is already in effect as of December 2024. But the full impact on individual beneficiaries will take time to be realized. The Social Security Administration is working through millions of cases to recalculate benefits. They are dealing with a massive backlog. If you believe you qualify under the new law, file a claim now. Do not wait. Do not assume they will find you. Beyond the Fairness Act, Social Security faces long-term funding challenges that have been discussed for years but have not been resolved. The trust funds that pay out benefits are projected to be depleted sometime in the 2030s under current law. Let me be very clear about what this means and what it does not mean. This does not mean the Social Security program will end or shut down. It does not mean benefits will go to zero. What it means is that there will not be enough money coming in through payroll taxes to pay all promised benefits in full. At that point, the program would only be able to pay about 75 to 80% of promised benefits based on current projections. This is not a reason to panic, but it is a reason to be aware. The program is not going away, but it may look different in 10 or 15 years than it does today. Benefits might be reduced, taxes might be increased, the retirement age might be adjusted. We do not know exactly what will happen, but we know something will have to change. Some politicians have proposed various changes, including raising the full retirement age, increasing payroll taxes, changing how COLA is calculated, or moving to a different formula for calculating benefits. None of these changes have been enacted as of now, but they are regularly discussed. The best thing you can do is stay informed, understand your current benefits, plan for the possibility of changes ahead, and do not rely on any single source of information, especially sources that promise specific dollar amounts or claim to have secret knowledge about what the government is going to do. If someone tells you they know exactly what will happen to Social Security in the next 10 years, they are lying or guessing. No one knows for sure. CTA questions about your Social Security benefits? Leave them in the comments below. I do my best to respond to as many as I can, and your question might help others in the same situation. Do not be shy. Ask away. How to protect yourself from scams. I need to take a moment to talk about scams because seniors are targeted more than any other group when it comes to Social Security fraud. If you are watching this video, you or someone you know has probably received a suspicious call, email, or letter about Social Security. Here is what you need to know to protect yourself. The Social Security Administration will never call you and threaten to cut your benefits if you do not pay them money immediately. They will never ask for gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. They will never threaten you with arrest or legal action over the phone. These are all scam tactics used by criminals who are trying to steal your money or your identity. If you receive a call like this, hang up immediately. Do not engage, do not press buttons, do not give any information, just hang up. The real Social Security Administration communicates primarily through mail. If they need information from you, they will send you a letter with specific instructions on what to do. They will include contact information and official letterheads. They will never ask for your Social Security number over the phone unless you initiated the call to them. Be especially careful of anyone who contacts you claiming to have inside information about upcoming changes to Social Security or promising to help you get a larger benefit for a fee. Many of these people are scammers looking to steal your money or your identity. They might charge you hundreds of dollars for services that are free through the government. They might steal your personal information and use it for identity theft. Do not fall for it. Go directly to SSA.gov for any questions about your benefits. If you need help in person, find your local Social Security office through the official website. If you are not sure whether something is legitimate, call the Social Security Administration's main number, which you can find on their official website. Hash the simple action steps you need to take today. Let me wrap up everything we have discussed with a clear, simple checklist of actions you should take right now, today, this very moment. First, go to SSA.gov and set up your My Social Security account. Do this today. It is free, it is secure, and it gives you complete access to all your benefit information. If you have already set one up, log in and review your information. Make sure everything is correct. Second, check your current benefit amount and compare it to what you would receive at different claiming ages. Use the tools on SSA.gov to run these comparisons. See how much money you would get at 62, at 67, and at 70. These numbers will help you make the best decision. Third, if you are married, talk to your spouse about your combined Social Security strategy. Consider when each of you should claim to maximize your household benefits over time. Do this together as a team. Fourth, if you lost a spouse, check your eligibility for survivor benefits. Do not assume you are not entitled to anything. Ask the Social Security Administration to explain your options. Fifth, if you were ever denied benefits or had your benefits reduced due to WEP or GPO, contact the Social Security Administration about your rights under the new Fairness Act. You may be owed money. Sixth, be on guard against scams. Never give your Social Security number to someone who calls you unsolicited. Never send money to someone claiming to be from Social Security. When in doubt, hang up and call the official number. Seventh, if you are still working and receiving early benefits, understand how the earnings test affects you. Know how much you can earn before your benefits are reduced. Eighth, review your Medicare enrollment timing carefully, especially if you have other insurance coverage. Missing your enrollment window can mean permanent penalties. These 8 steps will put you in the strongest possible position to protect and maximize your Social Security benefits. Do not put this off. Do it today. Hash why this information matters. Social Security is not abstract. For millions of Americans aged 62 and older, these benefits are the difference between financial stability and poverty. They pay for groceries. They pay for medicine. They pay for housing. They pay for the basic necessities of daily life that many of us take for granted. Many seniors on Social Security live on very tight budgets. They cannot afford unexpected expenses. They cannot absorb rising prices. They cannot go back to work if they lose money. Every dollar matters. Every benefit they are entitled to matters. The rules around this program are complex and they change over time, but the fundamental principle is simple. You paid into this system throughout your working life. You and your employer contributed a percentage of every paycheck to Social Security. That money was set aside specifically for your retirement. You are entitled to the benefits you earned, and no one should prevent you from receiving what you deserve. That is why I make these videos. That is why I break down the legal language into plain English that anyone can understand. T is why I keep telling you to go to SSA.gov and check your own records instead of trusting what you hear from friends, family, or strangers on the internet. Because you cannot trust anyone else to protect your money, you have to do it yourself, and now you have the tools to do exactly that. Hash looking ahead to 2027 and beyond. I want to close by looking at what is on the horizon. because the decisions you make today can affect your benefits for decades to come. The Social Security Fairness Act is already changing lives. As the administration processes the backlog of cases affected by WEP and GPO, more and more people will see their benefits increase. If you think you qualify, make your claim now. Every day you wait is a day you might be leaving money on the table. Beyond that, the program's long-term financial health remains uncertain. Lawmakers from both parties have proposed various reforms, but no comprehensive solution has been enacted. The trust fund projections suggest that changes will be necessary within the next decade or two. What will those changes look like? That depends on political decisions that are impossible to predict with certainty. But history suggests that major cuts to Social Security benefits would be extremely unpopular with voters, which means other solutions like tax increases or adjustments to retirement ages are more likely possibilities. For you, the practical implication is this. Do not assume that the benefits you receive today will be exactly the same as the benefits you receive in 10 or 15 years. Stay informed, watch for policy changes, and build financial flexibility into your retirement plan so that you can adapt to whatever comes. This might mean saving more money while you can. It might mean paying off debt so you have lower monthly expenses. It might mean staying flexible about where you live or how you spend your time. Whatever it means for your specific situation, the key is to plan ahead rather than being caught off guard. Hash the bottom line on Social Security at 62 plus. Here is everything you need to remember, condensed into the most important points you should take away from this video. You become eligible for Social Security at age 62. But claiming early means a permanently reduced monthly payment. Waiting means a higher monthly payment. The right choice depends on your specific situation, your health, your finances, and your goals. The Social Security Fairness Act, passed in December 2024, eliminates the WEP and GPO rules that hurt millions of public workers for decades. If you were affected, file a claim now. You may be entitled to back payments. The cost of living adjustment each year helps protect your purchasing power against inflation. Your benefits are not frozen. They adjust over time. Spousal benefits, survivor benefits, and benefits for divorced spouses may apply to your situation. Check your eligibility through the official Social Security Administration. The official website for all things Social Security is SSA.gov. Create your account today, review your information, check your benefits. Medicare enrollment at 65 connects directly to your Social Security benefits. Make sure you understand when to enroll and what it will cost. The earnings test affects early claimants who continue working. Understand it before you make decisions about when to claim. Scams targeting Social Security recipients are extremely common. Protect your personal information at all times. Hang up on suspicious calls. Verify everything through official channels. The program faces long-term funding challenges. Stay informed and plan for possible changes in the future. Final call to action. If this video helped you understand your Social Security benefits better, please do 3 things for me. First, hit the like button. That helps this channel grow and allows me to keep making content like this. Every single like tells the YouTube algorithm that this video is worth showing to more people. You are helping spread the word by hitting that button. Second, subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss future updates. Social Security rules change, and I will be here to explain what those changes mean for you in plain English. Click the subscribe button, turn on the bell, you will not regret it. Third, share this video with someone you care about. Maybe a parent, maybe a grandparent, maybe a friend, maybe a neighbor who is 62 or older. They might need this information just as much as you did, and they might not know where to find it. You could make a real difference in someone's life by sharing this video. And if you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments section below. I read every single one. Your question might help others in the same situation, and I will do my best to point you in the right direction. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other. And remember, when it comes to your Social Security, why benefits knowledge is power. Now you have the knowledge, go use it.